And today, well, we still a part of today's rap culture and rap music, right? We're still
Mm-hmm.
active. We still making some of the best music we ever made in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm noticing a lot of deaf culture in the music today. You spoke on, being up north. Um, a lot of kids is out here really rapping on that type of time, but don't realize the consequences that was going to lead, that you're going to take years from your life, that you don't want to sit nowhere for a period of time.
Right.
Can you speak on today's music, on the message, on this is real, like, being a getting locked up is real. But when
Mm-hmm.
you're really locked up, you're like, yo, this is not real. Like, I want to be out taking care
Mm-hmm.
of myself, taking care of my family. Can you speak on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in hindsight, right, what the kids are doing now, in a way, how I came out the gate, I kind of was doing that. You know what I'm saying? My first song that got me famous, they use the word clout now.
Mm-hmm.
That song gave me clout in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And that feeling of popularity, because I said something disrespectful on a song and I got that clout, instead of saying, yo, you're gonna, negative things gonna come to you,
Mm-hmm.
you like the clout and the notoriety that the song gave you.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like the first I'm kind of the first guinea pig of that mentality. And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to that music, I just wasn't doing drill music, but I
Mm-hmm.
was doing that type of music. Like I mentioned, 50 Cent. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I do see myself, or I do recognize what makes these children get into that. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, being a this music being a soundtrack to my life, I kind of look at it in hindsight like, yo, I was wilding. Like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
this I was really wilding. Like those songs, those controversial songs, I got into real shootouts over, like
Mm-hmm.
real bullets,
Mm-hmm.
guns blazing over these songs because of what I was saying in the songs.
Mm-hmm.
So all these drill artists that's doing that, I was like the first person face. I felt like I was one of, locally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I was really channeling, channeling, channeling that negative energy through my music and getting the notoriety and being fueled by the notoriety,
Mm-hmm.
which also might have held me back because I've had labels that reached out, but maybe things like that is what held me back then because it wasn't cool then.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you got too much beef, or you're a hothead, like you got a case pending.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sign you. You know what I mean? It could have been, that's also things that could have held me back. But these kids, they don't know the consequences of this real life prison shit.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit back and you get locked, like you're going to jail, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to prison, like you're gonna lose a lot of your years in your life. You know what I'm saying? I lost the later part of my 20s and the beginning of my 30s, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because of guns, have this gun shit, and
Mm-hmm.
you causing these little rifts and these beefs, and then you also rapping about it, calling names, but you
Mm-hmm.
really do have street situations.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like one of the first of Brooklyn, that type of shit, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, separating it from the music, like son, that's one of the worst feelings. Like being in prison. Prison is trash. It's not cool, and it's not even what people think it is too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I need to get this out there to a lot of people. Prison is for derelicts. Like really derelict, like derelict dudes are in prison. It's not official niggas and gangsters in prison. It's it's outnumbered by derelicts.
Mm-hmm.
Like like dudes that you would walk by and don't talk to because they're not cool or they're weird or they're like super tough but not really like.
Yeah.
When you're in prison, you're gonna be like, you feel like a fool. Like, damn, I like how they say, I tricked myself out of my spot. You know, don't let them
Yeah.
trick you out your spot.
Yeah.
I tricked myself out of my spot, bro. Because I'm like, I'm with dudes that's not cool. They're not cool. They're bozos. But there's people that will go there and be like, oh, he's a gang member. Like, oh, yo, and they caught up in a rapture.
Yeah.
Then when you come home, you see this fool that you was feeling or jacking or listening to. He's a goofy in the town.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He's really
Yeah.
a goofball.
Yeah.
So I feel like if a lot of kids knew that, like, oh, you're a bozo for being in jail,
Yeah.
the population would decrease.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people crash out thinking, oh, I'm gonna be locked up, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be with the homies, I'm gonna be with the homeboys. Okay. You're gonna be in there like, damn, I'm a bozo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you're gonna sit around and see that you with crackheads and weirdos and rapists, and you're gonna be like, damn, like I played myself. This is why I can say, yo, I came from a good home, or I came, you know what I mean? Even though we came from good family,
Yeah.
because I know, because now I'm the 1% in a dorm full of weirdos, and I'm like, I don't come.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, so these dudes ain't never been to Miami. They never pop bottles in the club. You're
Yeah.
not gonna be up there. You're gonna, if there's a population of the jail is 600, you're gonna find 50 people that's official that
Right.
in the same
Right.
predicament as you.
Right.
But the
Right.
rest of the population is goofies.
Yeah.
They either goofy gang members, rapos,
Mm-hmm.
or just nobodies that they like. People didn't forget about me, and I mean people didn't forget about me. But there's people upstate that people forget about.
Mm-hmm.
There's people in prison that people forget about. People don't remember them. Like they may say free John,
Mm-hmm.
but in 6 months, there's no more free John.
Right. Right. Right.
And a
Right.
lot of these young kids need to learn that. Like you're not gonna get the notoriety, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not, listen, at the end of the day, the reason why I got locked up, at the end of the day, I was in a situation where I had to protect myself in my neighborhood, period.
Right.
So I can't say that I did this or did that. The system didn't work in my favor. Some injustices was a part of my case. But for the most part, I'm not being a person preaching. I'm just saying I was there and that shit was whack. And
Yeah.
I'm not being a person saying, don't go there, listen to me, go there. I'm not saying that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that shit is whack and
Mm-hmm.
try to avoid it.